Good evening, one and all. I am Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, VA3IMW. That's my call sign. My name is Mike Alpha Charlie, residing here in Hamilton, Ontario, in Canada. And it's the first Sunday of the month, which means we're going to be doing the UHF VHF upper sideband net, starting out with a frequency of 446.125. And then moving down to 146.400 to do comparative testing. Anyways, just waiting for 8 o'clock to roll around. VA3IMW. I will be the net controller for this event, and we look forward to some check-ins here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's always helps everybody. So we'll take a quick standby, and there is 8 o'clock. Attention all stations, this is Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. And we're welcoming everyone to the monthly net for UHF and VHF on upper sideband. We were doing this once a week. It seemed like there was people that were coming in because they felt like they were obliged to, but we're going to make it special. It happens once a month, and we'll take a quick standby right now for any time-sensitive mobile or priority traffic stations. VA3IMW standing by for your call. Nothing heard. Okay, we'll open up to anybody, anywhere. Also, do recognize that we are live streaming on YouTube. So you can all put my call sign into the YouTube search engine and scroll down to where you see the little red sticker that says live. You'll find us right here. You can follow along. It's Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, standing by for your call for the sideband net.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu. I don't know why you need a new radio. This one is working just fine.
Yeah, I finally, after all this time, I finally dialed everything in, and it does work pretty good, I must say. So I'm not going to put it in a box and hide it. I'm going to leave it on my desktop, and we'll see. We'll see what I'll do with it.
Well, you know, there's a big, beautiful market for 857s. Everybody wants to have a shack in the box that is a stout little radio like that. I'll tell you, if I had a choice, if Yaesu was still making the 857, I would have bought it instead of the 891 as a field radio.
You know, it's funny you say that. I subscribe to a YouTube channel called Martin Lynch and Sons, or ML&S, and they had an 857D for sale. I forget how much. Maybe, I forget how much it went for, but it was used. And when I watched the video, it was 13 hours old. And then I went to their website, and they had sold it already. So, yeah, you're right.
Yes, sirree. I'm not sure why they decontented the radio. Obviously, the 891 has got a few more bells and whistles that are kind of key towards the HF portion. But as far as the 857, yeah, I don't think I would ever part with that. Even though this was a used radio when you got it, it's been through some repairs, but I'm sure it's going to last for eons. Probably more reliable than, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, let's not. Don't start saying names. But anyways, yeah, I was actually just thinking about that. Of course, I have to, take this one out of line for the other one to come in, and that means making room on my desktop here and moving some handhelds around and finding a nice spot for it on my desk. And I'm also thinking of getting once the weather warms up, I'm going to be getting a LifePro battery. 50 ampere is minimum I'm looking for. So I'll be waiting for those to go on
All
sale.
right. I'll have to look up some information I had on a 100 amp hour battery, because I think I got some correspondence recently about something about that. Anyways, great signal coming in tonight, Chuck. Nice solid S9. So sounds like everything's working down there. I also see Guy has checked in from Ottawa. What's he saying? Good evening. Setting up his handheld to listen to the ISS. There you go. Yeah, the uplink and downlink signals. Lots of information available on the internet. I think uplink is 70 centimeters and downlink is no, it's the other way around. 2 meters uplink and 70 centimeter downlink. So I'm sure you're going to have lots of fun listening to that. All right, VA3SMN is also checked in on YouTube. And with that, we'll take a quick standby and see if there's anybody else out there that wants to say hi.
VA3BT.
You could have whispered. 30 over S9. Nice job there, Albert. Nice to hear you from the home station.
Yeah, you're pretty much doing the same over here, and I got Chuck there at a 9 solid there. So, yeah, no, it's sounding good.
Absolutely. What's the weather forecast looking like for you and the folks in Barrie this week?
Well, it's looking pretty good. It's going to be a little bit cold, of course. I might have that opportunity hopefully tomorrow and Tuesday to wrap up that roof. I'm praying, because I'm going to start back up with my floor pours on Wednesday moving forward. I got about 2 weeks of pouring the remaining floors, and it needs to get done. The pressure's on. Let's hope the snow stays away, but it is February, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, a little stability in weather would be a good thing, and hoping that everything settles down for a little while. Was encouraging to see the nice, warm, balmy temperatures today, -4. It felt like sunshine, and I should have been out in shorts and flip-flops. It really felt good.
Yeah, isn't that weird, though? It was actually really nice. So it was like, oh, this is good, especially with that sun coming out, right? Get a couple of days of sun that it lifts everyone's spirits up.
It sure does. Not to mention the increase of our daylight hours, which is noticeable, right? You got more daylight hours, a little bit more sunshine and happiness to go around. I know I was coming home from groceries thinking I should grab the 891 and head out to a park because this is gorgeous. It was absolutely balmy weather. But nonetheless, I got too close to home and to the fridge, and, these things happen. Anyways, thanks for following us along there, Albert. We'll take a quick standby and see if we can trap any more check-ins on 70 centimeters before we move over to 2 meters. All right, nothing heard. Let's see. We also have a YouTube check-in from Noel, VA3. Geez, getting foggy. He moved out of town. I forget. KDT, that's it. There, thank you. So, yes, maybe it's going to be a quick bounce down to 2 meters. Let's make it a last call for 70 centimeters. VA3IMW, stand by.
VA3, CJZ recheck.
Go ahead, Chuck.
Yeah, I was just wondering if I can ask Noel a question. Noel, will you be coming down on Tuesday to do the net? Back to you, Mac.
No, there's a good question. VE3KDT, are you going to be in town for Tuesday evening to do the net? We'll see what he comes back with. Anyways, I think we're pretty much, I'll transmit from here. I think he's going to be transmitting on YouTube. How can we make that work? Anyways, yes, we're all laughing out loud. So we'll wrap it up here on 70 centimeters and QSY down to 146.400. We'll pick you up there in a short. VA3IMW QSY. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey. Alrighty. Yep. Thanks, Noel. I could be a hand model indeed. I could be a foot model too. And there's a few other things I could model too, but let's not do that on the air. This is Victor Alpha 3, India Mike Whiskey, and this is the tail end of our UHF VHF sideband net on Sunday night. We do this every first Sunday of the month at 8 p.m., and we start on 70 centimeters and then work down to 2 meters. So with that, let's see if we can call back in our check-ins here. We've got VA3CJZ, VA3 Bravo Tango, and I'm thinking I forgot somebody on the list. But nonetheless, somebody will correct me. Stand by for you guys to QSY and join us here. Who's out there and listening?
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu.
There he is, top of the list. VA3CJZ coming in with a booming signal. 2 meters loves you.
Oh, yeah, same here, Mac. You're, there's no numbers after S9, but it looks like you could be like a 30 over or 40 over there. Great signal tonight, Mac.
Yep, the radio says 20 over for you. And obviously 2 meters still noisier than 70 centimeters, but it works. It absolutely works. And if you're really going for DX, and if we were getting serious about this, and we're putting up Yagis and spinning things around, you could go far and wide. I know that just with the setup here, I can do Aurora and is it called Aurora? Anyways, north end of Toronto without a problem. But and always hampered by signals coming in from Ohio State and Detroit. So kind of the curse of being up on the hill.
Yeah, that's it. The higher you are, the more you're going to hear, but you're also going to pick up a lot more noise. But I'm not high up, but sometimes I get high noise levels, but I do hear pretty well. I've got great receive over here. I'm not about to move anything. Everything's working fine for now, and I'm even contemplating getting a vertical without any counterpoise for the backyard for HF there. So I'm going to be looking around for any verticals. Anyways, that's down the road, and like I said, great signal for you, Mac. Let's see how Albert does.
Oh, I know I got to block my ears for that one. It's going to be 40 or 50 over. All right, Chuck. Yeah, I know there's some commercially available vertical antennas, but you might want to talk to Wade as far as what does he call it? The Poto Performer. It is a wire antenna, but it has a fairly simple setup, and it is multi-banded. So perhaps it'll work for you in that setup as well. All right, let's bring in Albert, VA3 Bravo Tango.
Yep, we're here. We're listening along. Chuck, why don't you throw a pack 12 there in the backyard for a vertical? But anyways, yeah, I got, well, Mac, you're at 40 plus here, and Chuck's at 20 here. So, yeah, you guys doing pretty good.
Yes, sirree. 40 over S9 is what I have for you. I'm sure it's probably a little stronger than that, but once you get up to those levels, it kind of goes in increments of 10 or 20 or something like that. Very good. And yeah, there's all kinds of ground mounted verticals. Obviously, depending on the band you want to work, the elevation does start to become a little bit important. I have a vertical antenna that I've been planning to put up, but I think it needs to be up around 35 feet to the base, and it's aluminum, I think, but putting up a mast pole at that height, I'm kind of scratching my head on how to do that. Anyways, yeah, the Poto Performer was one of those antennas that Wade had jerry rigged out of bits and pieces. Not sure who the guy in the States was that worked it out, but it is a vertical wire antenna. So it's there's a loading coil at the bottom, and then a mast pole that is either graphite or some other non-conductive material with a wire that extends upwards in a vertical fashion. And with the ground, the lower coil, it automatically is resonant on all the bands, or is supposed to be. You have to do a little bit of fine tuning. Anyways, thanks so much, Albert. What time does your get up and go?
It's going to be an early one. I'll probably try to get out of here for about 4:30 in the morning there. So, yeah. Another good antenna. Well, it's the Hustler. It's a 4 Bravo Tango Victor, or the 5 Bravo Tango Victor. And you can add 80 meters to it on the top, but it's got traps. It's a vertical with traps on it. I don't know if you're familiar with those.
No, I'll have to look into that. It's not something I've seen on my shopping list. The one I've got here is a it's a Mighty Fine Junk MFJ. There's 4 numbers that goes with it, but is a vertical aluminum antenna. So we'll see how that goes in the springtime. Maybe in some good weather, see if I can get that up on the roof. But yeah, as far as the wire antennas that Wade's been working with, very lightweight, deployable, really quick, and I'm thinking you could probably do something that is more sustainable for a home-based setup.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, there's a bunch of different antennas out there. It's just a matter of the space and room, and yeah, whatever works, right?
Absolutely. All right, I heard somebody underneath you, so I'm going to take a quick standby and see who that was. Might have been our friend Steve, or maybe Somebody else trying to get in there? VA3IMW, standing by and listening.
That was Steve calling on the ZOE on my radio here. I had it low.
Okay. There you go. All right. We got another YouTube check-in. Gary Graham from, where is he? I see Kilo Romeo for Juliet Golf Delta. Thanks for checking in on YouTube. Certainly appreciate it. We're here the first Sunday of every month on VHF and UHF, testing out our radios on upper sideband. So thanks for your check-in, Gary. Certainly appreciate it. All right. With that, Albert, I'm going to turn you loose and see if there's anybody else who have snuck in the back door, perhaps. And we'll see if we can pick up any last-minute check-ins before we shut her down for the night. All right, nothing heard. So we'll call it quits there. Thanks, guys. Short list tonight, but that's okay. We're either going to go whole hog and turn this thing back on every Sunday night, or we'll decide that maybe this net has been. We'll have that discussion down the log. Thank you all for checking in tonight. We'll turn this frequency back to normal amateur use. Gary Graham, Kilo Romeo 4, Juliet Golf Delta, thank you very much for your check-in. Guy from Ottawa, certainly appreciate your participation. And Noel, all the best, VE3KDT, all the best to you and the kids. And Albert, have yourself a safe trip up and down the road tomorrow. 7-3s, one and all. We'll be back next month at this time, if not before. VA3IMW, returning this frequency back to normal amateur use.
Thanks, Mac. Have a good one. VA3CJZ.